Good afternoon. My name is Dan Chaplick, and I'm the Superintendent of the Sultan School District. The Snohomish County Department of Health came out with some information earlier this week, and I thought that you would like to hear about what that means for our current status of our school reopening plan. So I'm going to take a few minutes and describe where we're at and where we're going. Our first group of students came back on September 22nd, and they were a group of kindergarten students at both Gold Bar and Sultan elementary schools, as well as some student services kids that needed additional assistance or otherwise couldn't access learning due to internet problems or something else along those lines. On October 5th, we added preschool, first and second grade to the mix. And I can't tell you how happy we are to have kids on campus. Things are going well under the circumstances, and it's exciting for all of us to have kids in our presence and be working with them on a daily basis. The next step in the plan will occur on Monday, when we will bring back third grade students and the next group of student services kids that will benefit from being on campus. Middle school and high school have created some classroom space that is safe. The spacing is there. Kids will have assistance, and it will be an opportunity for those that need the additional assistance to be on campus. If your son or daughter fits in that category, you will have been contacted about them coming back. Beyond this, we don't have an additional date identified, but we are working with the Snohomish County Department of Health, our board of directors, and the state of Washington to put all the information together and see what our next steps would be. The graph that is currently you're looking at will give kind of a view of where we've been and where we currently are. If you look back in March, we were at our high point in cases per 100,000. Which was 129.1, and then it dropped off as we closed down. And then towards the middle of the end of July, it got up to almost 100 cases per 100,000, and it dropped down again. The last 3 weeks have been a little bit concerning because the cases have started to rise again to where we're up to 71.8 cases per 100,000. And that's important because the range that we're trying to operate within is 25 to 75 cases per 100,000. And it's important to understand that, once you hit the 75 barrier, it doesn't mean that you close, or the 80 barrier means you close. There's a lot of factors that come into play. And so we'll work really closely with the Department of Health and the epidemiologists and our board of directors to figure out what the correct, next, right, and safe steps are. It has been wonderful having kids on campus. We believe that it's the best environment. We understand that right now that is being challenged by this whole COVID situation, but we are, I just want to compliment all the students here doing an amazing job. It's hard to fathom what a 5 or 6 or an 8-year-old is going to do when they have a mask on or social distance and all that. And kids have been doing a remarkable job. It's important to let you know that, when we are on campus, we have a hybrid model. So we have kids in the morning, about 7 to 9 per class, and then there's a 2-hour break in the middle of the day, and then an afternoon group where there's also about 79 kids. And so it's really been going well. We will continue to work with Snohomish County Department of Health, and we're also talking to them about being able to conduct some testing for students and staff, knowing that just because a student has a running nose or a sore throat or some symptom that comes up in the wintertime, it doesn't mean that they have COVID. And so we want to provide as much access to learning as we can without kids having to stay away for multiple days to quarantine. To conclude, I want to thank all the families, moms, dads, brothers, sisters, and of course our students. This has been remarkably hard for everybody. Jobs have changed or been lost. Family, the way you run your household has changed, and there's additional stress. And we just want you to know that we're here to help. Please reach out and call if you need any help. The district office, any of our schools, Or if you need help with the technology, call the technology helpline at 793-9891. Thank you, and have a great weekend.